Right, I have a microphone. Is it picking me up? Fabulous. That's one thing. Let's see if we can add the other. We need audio. Oh, no, it's application.
I'm going to be loud and my signal sucks, but I wanted to listen in.
Yeah.
Feel free to just hop in the Twitch if you want.
Why does it keep switching to be right back? This is going to be fun tonight. I do apologize to everyone, and I hope you can hear me. I don't know if you can. Okay. I had to factory reset my PC because it was having issues. I have added everything, but it removed all of my stream stuff. Like, yes, Eli. Okay, so you can hear me. Can you hear them? That's so helpful, Metal. Thank you. No. Okay. Where's... I'm gonna fight things, because they're making me want to fight them. Let's try now.
Hello, hello.
There are other voices, but only on other screens. Yes,
I
that
heard
was my
myself.
fault. There we go. Okay, we have people.
We
We're only
do, but
6 minutes in.
Do you have their icons?
No, I am missing Une and Eli's icons, so I'm going to add them in really quickly. Yay! Day. It's going. Yes. This stream is haunted. This stream is haunted, and we're going with that. Stay on the book club screen, please. Please. Thank you. Maybe it will stay. Because apparently it somehow set itself up that if I do anything... Yay! Okay, I fixed it. Good. Book club is back. Woohoo! Now to add in our 2 missing people. So we have I think it was a kitten. We're going to go with that. Eli is a Discord kitten. Nope, I fixed that. Giant cat.
Oh my god, I am huge.
There was a joke to be made about Eli's massive
Behave yourself.
never.
Right. And then browser source. Okay. Okay. I fixed the be right back thing. Cool. Fix the be right back thing. I will say, I am getting faster at fixing technical difficulties. I haven't stopped us from having technical difficulties, but I'm getting faster at handling them.
I've not stopped causing problems, but I've found ways to fix them quicker.
Yes. I
That's
think
my
that
job.
seems legit. Oh, God. Oh, giant goose.
Yes.
No.
Panda, panda, panda.
There we go. We're all snuggled up on the sofa. I do love the fact that it looks like we're 2 people having 2 sets of conversations and everyone else is ignored. Like Eli and Yune are talking to each other, and then Sai and I are talking to each other, and we're not talking to anyone else.
Well, you could put like me and you on one
no,
side and
no, don't do that.
oh, okay,
This is
never
fun.
mind.
Yeah, we're not gonna mess with it. We're gonna leave it alone. We broke things.
It's
We've
One's
broken
already
enough things.
Indeed, we don't need to fiddle around with stuff now.
Okay, so let's start again. Hello, welcome to the stream. I apologize for you having to watch me go through all of that. I am not prepared for life most of the time. Also, hello, Lady K.
Hello.
Lanky's here. Wait, Lanky's here?
Yes, Lanky's
He's
here.
here.
God's
Lanky is here.
I'm sorry. I apologize for him.
It's okay.
Okay. I can click on things and be right back does not appear. The be right back thing. I'm trying to be fancy and set up a stream deck, but I realize I didn't use the advanced scene switcher. I used the automatic one, and that was the wrong one. So I was on the right path. I just used the wrong thing to do it. And
now
that's
you
my
know.
fault. But it is
now you
okay.
know.
But now we know. Right. Yune, I'm going to pass over to you because it's your week.
Yes, yes, it is. Give me one moment. So, this week we're talking about magic and magical creatures. We are not diving into magic systems this week. That will be its own separate thing. We can gloss over it, but we're not diving deep into that one. Just be aware.
Sigh.
I'm saying nothing.
Shoot.
Huh?
I just realised I forgot something else.
Aw.
What did you forget?
I forgot to put the sound alerts back into OBS.
Ah, I was
Oops.
Have you got-
asking about it.
Have you got cozy stream music?
No.
Oi, look! I've barely got stream. Like, bear with, please. Right.
I think you need
Browser
to
source.
continue.
Dream.
Okay, so while you
Alert,
fixed with
alert,
that,
that's the word I was looking for.
do you guys want to do homework first or just dive into the magic and magic creature in general?
Homework.
Homework is nice, child.
Okay, I'm going to apologize very quickly because there is going to be a test alert just to see that I've made it work.
You know what? Some cryptids totally counts as magical creatures, depending on what kind of cryptid. I think this big spider in Harry Potter would count as a magical creature.
Okay, that worked for me.
Aragog.
I don't know if that worked for
I
stream.
did not hear the sound.
Yeah, but... Why you no have sound?
No
shit.
sound.
Here we go
Cryptids
again.
absolutely do count, yes.
Now I got the sound.
And his name is John
Took a
C.
while. Now it's coming through.
There it is.
There we go. Yes, I made a few changes to things so that you have things to spend your channel points on now. Have fun.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
So, homework. Mythical creatures, top 3. Go! While child bothers Une.
Oh god, child's bothering Ari too. Children are just a bother.
Well,
I've
I'm gonna.
also found out that apparently I can set specific sounds that get made when people who follow the Twitch join the chat. So I'm going to figure that out this
follower
week.
Sounds.
So we
Follower
might
sounds.
have raccoony noises, or maybe like a rustling of a bin or something when you all join. Not calling you guys trash.
No, it'll be that fucking I'm the trash man. Like
Man, dee, dee, dee,
Oh
dee,
dear
dee,
God.
We-
So Ari, did you do the homework?
I did do the homework.
our
Wanna
entire
share
being
one
is
of your top
mythological
threes?
creatures.
Yeah, this is also true. It wasn't particularly difficult. Actually, the difficult thing for me was narrowing
Was
it down
narrowing
to 3.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I want all of them.
all of them.
And I don't know which ones I love more than this one, or do I love this one more than this one? Sorry, I'm fighting children.
Yeah.
Very hard
That
at the
seems
moment.
to be
They
the
are
thing today.
giving me hell. Murder is in their future. Not really. Don't come for me, Twitch police.
Put
No,
them in the bin.
Put them in the bin. Sell them on Etsy.
Etsy.
Sell them on Etsy.
They are homemade.
They are homemade.
So we are
See-
tangenting so hard.
We're
Could
not with it today.
someone start with their favorite mythical creatures? Anyone?
And this can be creatures from video games as well, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
again.
Yes, as long as it's a
Yeah.
mythical or magical creature.
All right, I've got like all of mine are like FF based, basically.
Ah.
But I do, so I apologize in advance. Fucking Moogles. Like, I'm sorry, you cannot tell. Yes, Moogles.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, they are adorable. One of my first instances of like engaging with FF was watching Mog in 13.2. And it was just like, yeah, the Moogles have been a staple of the FF franchise from, I want to say, almost the beginning. And they're kind of, even if you don't know the franchise, you have most likely seen one. But they just have a shit ton of weird random powers. Like some can fuck with time, and otherwise they just want to do things. They are craftsmen and musicians, and like just do
The
all sorts
worst
of random
postmen.
shit.
The
Postmen, they're
absolute
incredibly good
worst men.
postmen.
No, they're terrible fucking postmen.
No,
God, I
they
hated
try
that
their
fight.
best.
They
They try their best, you know? I
Can't
mean,
ask for
you
more than
try
that.
living with an entire palm on your head. Like,
That's fair.
they also get chased by dragons a lot.
Also true.
But yeah, Mughals are like up there, I think, as like some of the most recognizable creatures from video games. I think that's fair to say.
I'm sitting here nodding along.
Yes. Mhm.
So yes,
Quite so. Nod, nod, nod.
Yeah, very much.
but yeah, so Mughals is like I've not put them in any order. I just like them. The others are just like the icons in general, or the primals, whatever name they go by, and whatever iteration
Icons,
I'm playing.
Eidolon, Summon.
Yeah, Eidolons, like the whole bunch.
Do you have a
Shifrit,
favorite among them?
Shifrit. That's
Ifrit.
Shifrit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no.
Shifrit?
That's
Shiva,
Ifrit's,
Ifrit.
that's Ifrit's
Shifrit.
cousin.
I'm
Yeah.
okay. I'm okay with this.
I thought it was Shiva's and Ifrit's offspring.
No, it's
I can't
Shifrit
see.
and Eva.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Eva. Anyway, that is always going to be a fucking sound trigger for me.
Okay.
But no, I favorite among them, Bahamut's always cool. He was always like 99% of the time has been shown as a dragon, and then in 15 he was presented as like this half dragon, half knight type thing. Yeah, like Bahamut's just really cool. I think again, Shiva and Ifrit are just classics. I'm not particularly a fan of Garuda. The design for Garuda can be really weird sometimes. They make Shiva really hot every time. I am just gonna throw that out there. Even in 13, where the two sisters become a bike. Nah.
Yeah.
But that's Japanese. That's Eastern character design for you.
I'm so disappointed in you.
You know what? I am too. I think let's throw that out there. I am as well.
Rising Dusk says, I'd ride that.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, I think Bahamut, Ifrit, and Shiva are up there. And I like the fact that they have a lot of inspiration from existing like mythos anyway. And it's taken from a kind of a wider range of cultures, because Ifrit is meant to be, isn't Ifrit, I could get this completely wrong, but isn't it I want to say like Indian, like the Jinn type?
I've absolutely no idea.
Not Ifrit, it's one of the others.
Shiva
is based on Hindu.
Shiva, yes.
Yeah, Hindu. That's it. Yeah.
No. Shiva is Hindu. Period. She's not
Shiva
based
is
on
Shiva
from
is.
Shiva.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Ifrit are often associated with Jinn, similar evil and magical figures.
Yep.
Yeah, the Quran mentions an Ifrit.
Yep.
With the phrase of the Jinn. So yeah, like
Fair
it
enough.
takes inspiration not just from its own, like Japanese culture, but from a wide variety of cultures, which I find,
You also have, how do you pronounce that? Quetzalcoatl?
That's in 14. That's not necessary, and that's just kind of like a boss. It's not necessarily.
It's in others.
It's from 8.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's from Aztec.
Yes.
Yes, that's Aztec. So yeah, I think it takes that there's a wide inspiration of like general mythos from across cultures that gets brought in to create these kind of like.
Odin.
Yeah, I have an Odin tattoo. I mean, yeah. That's the again. I had the house sigil of Noctis
I'm
is
really,
Odin.
really. The other thing I'm really disappointed for you is you've given your list and you have not mentioned dragons.
Dragons is coming up. Dragons, or dragons, as our 4-year-old calls them. I've been obsessed with since I was about 5. It is the entire reason there are 2 lizards I want to own at some point in my life. One of them is a bearded dragon. The other is a armadillo gilded lizard, which are these tiny little Mexican, I want to say Mexican lizards, or they're found in sort of Mexico and Southern American and stuff. And they look like tiny dragons. And the reason they're armadillo lizards is because they bite their tails when they're scared, so they curl up into a ball, and they're fucking adorable. They're about the size of the palm of your hand. But yeah, I used to collect little dragon statues, and I had entire families of them that were at war with each other on a shelf. Posters, books on dragons throughout history and in terms of myth and legend and everything, and like the whole lot. So yeah, dragons are an obvious like favorite. But yeah, so I'd say sort of. Yeah, no, I want to start collecting mine again. Really, I do have a fair few dragon statues now.
Comment out loud before replying.
Yeah. I currently have I'll tell you, this is how cool.
Then he does it.
Amberleaf said,
Yeah, no.
I still have dragon statues. Some from my teens. This is what Sai is currently responding to. For those that can't read that chat.
Yes. For those that might be watching us on YouTube or in
For those
the
watching at
VC with
home.
us or any number of other things.
Now YouTube would still be able to read chat because we have chat on the.
Yes, but that doesn't mean they will know exactly which one he's responding
This
to.
is why
I
we
know.
read out the
Yeah.
comments.
This is why we read out the comment.
To respond to Unbelief. Are you happy now?
I
have
That old dog can learn a new trick.
my boss bought me a Dungeons and Dragon Build-A-Bear as a gift for an anniversary at work. Which currently sits proudly on display alongside my Hear No Evil, See No Evil, Speak No Evil dragons, and a like black dragon figurine statue, where it's a dragon perched on like the walls of a castle and things. So I still have. I did have Toothless and the Light Fury. The youngest stole them. I have never seen them since. I think I still have the Light Fury. But very
you still
much
have
Toothless.
You still have the Light Fury. Toothless
has been lost to the ages.
Yep.
But yeah.
Our oldest got Build-A-Bear Toothless. It is cute.
Rescue Riders, yeah. I am very apprehensive. I know this is a tangent. How do you feel about the live action movie, Ember?
I am excited.
Ooh, why are you unhappy?
For context, there's a How to Train Your Dragon movie coming out. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
There's a live action one in production. Huh. No, that I have said that. Oh Jesus! Embeliever says it shouldn't be live action. Fuck you guys. Yeah, like the base content was so good that I'm really concerned that if this is bad, it's just going to ruin it. And I know you should be able to separate the two from each other, but I think the concerning comment for me was when the director of the live action basically turned around and went, "We know like the important plot points, but we are going to try take it in our own direction. It's not going to be a like scene for scene recreation." And I'm like, "Oh, that's not."
On that note,
that's not good.
On that note, the movies actually didn't follow the books at all.
That's true.
That is also true.
Toothless was not a special dragon. He was literally a common green.
Yep.
Should I? Was that all
I'm
your?
going back to lurking.
I go back to lurking.
Uh,
But yeah,
Was
so
that your
dragons, primals I mean, Moogles are technically classed as primals, but yeah, dragons, primals, and I have a phoenix tattoo. Phoenixes are quite cool. There's a load. There's loads of really cool creatures, but yeah, Moogles, dragons, and the FF primals, basically.
I was trying to decide. I mean, dragons is like will always be number one, always, forever, always. And I was
can't
like,
not.
so what kind of dragon? If I had to be specific about like, I had to choose one just for this time. And I decided to go with Bahamut from Final Fantasy.
Yes.
I'm so disappointed.
No,
and
I
then-
am so
and then-
proud.
So
the first
disappointed.
rule.
But I
first
want you
rule
to
of
know
book
it's
club.
not from Final Fantasy 14.
Which one do you like?
I will always really really enjoy 10.
10, yeah.
Yeah,
No, fair enough.
Still disappointed.
because that was the one I bought for myself and finished first. Yeah. But besides Bahamut, I wanted to do a special mention of the dragons in oh my god, I lost the name of the book. Oh my god.
His Majesty's Dragon?
No, I love those dragons too, but it's a book about a princess that goes to a dragon to be captured by a dragon because she doesn't want to be
Married.
married or anything else. Oh my god.
I believe in you. You can do it.
I'm trying to open up my Kindle and see what name it is. But my Kindle is being a douchebag. Can't find the app. Chronicles of something or other.
Valkyrie said
Valkyrie
that they think
says-
it's kind of cool that Gerard Butler is reprising his role as Stoic, and I 100% agree with you, Valkyrie.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think
I also have to say, I think the guy they've got to play Hiccup does a very good job of both looking and sounding like Hiccup. So-
They've cast really well. Again, my concern is less with the cast and more with
I think the CGI also looks fantastic.
yeah, no,
Like,
the
CGI they've done for Toothless and things like that actually looks spot on.
I'm hopeful, but I'm also scared. I think is the best way to.
I 100%
I think,
agree with
yeah.
you, Embelief, about being sick of all the remakes to live actions. Disney is flogging a dead horse a bit with, oh, we made this film and it was popular, so now we're going to make it again, but in live action, and they have done a pretty poor job with quite a few of them. I just think if I was going to watch a live action of a film, I'd quite like to see How to Train Your Dragon, because I think it was a really great film and I look forward to seeing it, especially with some of the cinematic shots. With like drone flight and stuff like that, you can get some absolutely stunning cinematics. So I think it will be quite glorious to watch.
The Enchanted Forest Chronicles.
Right, I've never heard of that one.
It's apparently about a princess who
Yeah,
goes
well,
to a dragon.
technically, the first book that came out is Searching for Dragons, but the book I've read first is dealing with dragons.
Is this? Oh no, I'm thinking of a different one. I think. As I said,
It's I think it's like kids, teens, aimed at that.
There was a series that I got, and it was about a woman who basically became like a mad dragon researcher, and would go around on all these dangerous expeditions, essentially to catalog dragons.
Oh,
Do you remember you borrowed the books, babe?
Yes.
I can't remember what. I
You
can't
mean
remember
the
what they were.
history of dragons ones?
Yeah, the history of dragons ones. There we go.
Not the same thing.
But besides dragons, I wanted to put in a word for Nisse, which is like, I mean, nowadays you use it as Santa's little helper, but in our mythos it's much more than that.
These mobs.
No, they were helpers around the farm.
Yeah.
And you put out porridge for them on Christmas Eve.
Think kind of like brownies,
Right.
which is more common known. And my third one was gonna be like, I was gonna be really silly and just say demons. But yeah.
I mean, demons are fair.
Yeah.
I already know. I have a feeling Ari's top 3 has to include the Fae.
Technically,
I-
yes, but no.
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
What specific type of demons?
That's a good question.
Yeah, and I pondered that for 2 days and couldn't figure out which one I was gonna choose. So
So we're banner terming them.
yeah.
Valkyrie has said Fablehaven Dragon Watch is a good youth dragon book. I think we could have a very, very long conversation if we started going into good dragon books. Very long conversation.
Metal wrote Mouse from Dresden Files.
My top
I
three. I really worked on this for a long time. So my top 3 are actually, the first is the Selkie.
Water horse?
No,
Am I thinking?
no, Selkies are seals that can take off their skin and transform into a human.
Oh, it's these one.
And if you take their skin, obviously they can't turn back into a seal, and therefore they can't go home. And it's like it's just a very, very fascinating folklore. But I've always had like a love affair with the sea, so I think it was a big one for me. The second one is Pegasi, and that's purely a love of horses. I've always loved horses, but like since I was little, and the idea of a horse with wings is amazing. So, and again, I'm massively into Greek mythology. Heracles and Pegasus were like some of the first stories I read when I was younger. Obviously, Disney's Hercules played a big part in that as well. So Pegasi to me will always have like a very, very fond place in my heart. And the third one, which is the one where technically it falls under the banner of Fae, is Puka.
Oh.
So what are Kuka?
Pukas are little mischievous shape-shifting creatures from Irish folklore. They can take the form of like animals, and they just get up to. Sorry, I'm going to lose my rag with my children in a moment.
Was that the youngest by any chance?
It's 3 of them actually, but yeah, they often take they often appear as either a black horse, a goat, or a hare, and they just get up to shit and cause chaos. And I love them. Just little
So they're
Naughty.
fairy raccoons.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, they just get into shit. They lead people off paths and don't actively
Off
hurt
cliffs.
anyone, but they just fuck around and find out with them.
Yeah.
Really. So that was my top 3, and it really was a hard list because I wanted to add in dragons, and then I was like, but then I'm going to have to try and narrow it down to which dragon's my favorite, and I don't know because I have like a love affair with so many of them. So that's a no. And yeah, I could be here all day just naming. Emberleaf has said for the second time, fourth.
Fourth. Yeah.
That I wasn't sure what it was at first because I was like, I know that name,
I
but
know
I
that
couldn't remember what
word.
it was.
But
I know
why
that
don't I
word.
know that word?
They're the frogs, aren't they? Are they frogs?
No, they are water spirits.
Yes, but they are depicted like humanoid frogs sometimes, so I can understand the frog reference.
Funnily enough, I fought them in FF, and that's why I guess they were frogs, because they were frogs in suits and top hats in FF.
Valkyrie has listed her top 3 as 3-headed dogs, i.e. Cerberus or Fluffy. I mean, 2 very top choices. Orcs from D&D, and unicorns in general. And that's her top 3. And I mean,
That's fair.
fair. Unicorns are awesome. That's why they are the national animal of Scotland.
Yeah.
So to expand on Mouse, if you guys can hear me.
We can.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Mouse from the Dresden Files is a Tibetan foo dog.
Oh, cute.
All right.
Basically, he takes the form of essentially like a Tibetan Mastiff. But when Harry originally finds him, he literally fits in the palm of his hand. So he called him Mouse. But you end up later on finding out that he actually has like a spiritual realm presence as well as physical, and can essentially fight alongside Harry while fighting Fae and supernatural creatures.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, so Mouse has always been one of my favorites.
Right.
I have to get 2 more, right?
Well, technically, you have to think about 2 more, yeah?
Oh, think about. No. Definitely have to go with Toothless. You know, of course, he's just a standard fallback. But my other one would probably be Grim from the Nate Temple series. He is a Pegasus, but he is like the exact freaking off. Well, technically, he turns into an alicorn, winged horned unicorn. So yeah, so an alicorn. But he is black with like red peacock style feathers that turn out to be blood. His favorite meal is actually killing and eating rainbows. He actually
That's hardcore.
Yeah, he actually flies around. He flies around and actually like hits them with his horn and actually shatters rainbows.
Metal.
Yeah. He's basically your hardcore metal style alicorn. So yeah, those would be my 3.
Good choices, I think.
Leaves me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So my 3, in no particular order, are Kitsunes. So mischief demons from
Good shout. Good shout.
from Japanese folklore. Pixies, which in every media I've seen them in, so this might not actually be true of the real lore, so to speak, are what Ari described her Kukas to be, like mischievous fairy creatures.
To be fair, I think anything that comes from any Celtic folklore, whether it's Scottish or Irish or Britain, any of that sort of folklore has a lot in common. That is anything under the banner of Fae, whether it is the Seelie or the Unseelie Court, do not give a shit about humans at
No.
all. They are either malevolent and will actively hurt humans, or they are mischievous and won't necessarily hurt you on purpose, but they don't care about you enough to care if something happens while they
No,
play
and I
their
think-
games.
And I think the pixies are closer to the you might die, but who cares?
Yeah, Puka as well. It's the same sort of thing with that. Just like, I want to play a game. Everything is a game to me. Everything is fun and mischievous. And if you happen to get maimed or killed, well, oops.
Yeah.
Do we talk about the fact that there is an entire expansion in FF that is like you interact with the Fae, and firstly, your essential like go between has the thickest accent ever,
It does.
and it was just Beowulf was just mwah.
Beowulf
But
was
also-
fantastic.
Titania was fucking terrifying.
Anya is supposed to be terrifying.
They did an incredibly good job of getting that across. And in the fight itself, you get a lot of that playful like terror. Which are two words that probably shouldn't go together, but in this instance do.
hmm
But their entire thing is like turning people into bushes.
Yep.
Yeah, like there are the entire area that they're based in is filled with these like rounded bushes that have faces in different shape, like different expressions. And it's just like, yeah, they just turn everyone into these bushes for all of eternity. In fact, we actually turned an entire squadron of the Garleans into not the Garleans, whichever one's from the first. And I'm not gonna tangent into that because that's something else. But essentially, just we turned part of an army into bushes. Like it was just like, oh, this is horrifying. An awful way to live. You are now a tree.
When you say
Not even a
bushes, are you
tree.
talking about like the literal shrubbery?
Yes. No, like
Yes.
topiary. They turn humans into little topiary bushes. For whatever,
Interesting.
just because they can. Because
Here,
it's fun and they like to decorate.
I'm going to send you the image. In fact, I'll
I
put it
feel
in
like
the.
they and the Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland would
Yes,
have
very
fun
much,
together.
very much alike.
If you look in the Discord chat, text chat, you will see what they get turned into.
No. Thanks, but no thanks.
That becomes their entire existence until they get turned loose, or I guess cut down or burnt alive, or something happens to them.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
No, sorry. I read Emberleaf's Kumio. I was like, I recognize that name, and yes, it's because it's the Korean version of Kitsune or another form of the nine-tailed fox.
Yeah, another fox spirits.
Mm.
Mischief things.
Yes.
Oh, Bahamut's Arabic.
Yes.
And originally it's a whale monster whose body supports the earth.
And the third one gave me so much issues. And I was stuck in fourth wing, so I was going to default to dragons, but dragons don't make my top 3. But
Oh.
Ouroboros does.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Ouroboros
Okay.
is fucking cool.
This is where I want to be annoying because I want to be like Tanuki. Get love.
Tanuki,
They're
yeah.
in my top.
Tanukis are super cute.
Again,
Yes.
it's a raccoon and it's mischievous and it has magic. It's everything I want to be.
Why did I
And-
not think of
They're
carbuncles?
also isn't Tanuki's the good luck one?
Yes, but
Yes.
also, well, they can be both good and bad luck, if I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
correctly.
Yes. Depending on if you take care of the Tanuki, it gives good
Yes.
luck. If you don't, it
Just
gives you
like the
bad luck.
Nisse.
Just like the Nisse.
And then
Mm.
you also have, like, there's a load in Norse mythology that I love.
So Ouroboros is technically the Midgård's Orm in my head. The what would we translate that to?
The world worm.
Yeah, the
So a
Eating itself.
bit like Jogmunder?
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's that. But it's
I
Well-
know I pronounced that wrong. I'm fully aware I pronounced that wrong. Because it's
yeah.
Jormungandr, isn't it?
I'm
Jormungandr.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
not in. I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna
And
try.
yes,
Oh.
just to do the thing, you also have the Midgard's Ormer from Final Fantasy 14.
yeah.
So there you go.
Carbuncles,
Another
which
one.
I just
Um,
learned.
Another one that also needs love is Ratatoskr.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that
Yes.
one.
The squirrel that runs up and down the world tree.
The
Oh yeah,
the
Ratatoskr.
annoying as fuck squirrel that used to dive bomb me and smite. Yeah, 100%. Fucking.
Um,
Oh my god, the jungle rats were just fucking horrid.
the
I didn't realise-
Ratatoskr is actually an 8 temple as well.
Yeah,
It'll be in a
I
law.
didn't realize carbuncles are South American folklore, specifically
Yes.
Paraguay.
Mhm.
Which is really cool. I'm learning lots today about my Final Fantasies. I am happy.
Also, special mention
Uh,
needs to go to Hugin and Munin.
Yes, that's
Not,
if
not
I ever
love.
get
Aw.
if I ever get a tattoo, that is what I'm
Mhm.
getting.
Yep,
Well, technically it's gonna be 2 tattoos because one on each shoulder, but yeah.
that's fair. And Fenrir.
Yeah,
Gotta give love
Odin
to
Crow.
Fenrir. And Nidhogg.
Although they're not
Gotta give love
crow.
to Nidhogg. Gotta give love to Sleipnir.
Oh yeah.
This list could
Sleipnir.
go on for so long.
I
But-
would like
but-
to say
all
any
day.
of Loki's children.
You did hear Ratatoskr. I started bringing up the Norse.
Yes. Good, Sarah. Not crows. Ravens. Good.
Ah, So
No,
technically,
No.
technically,
Mhm.
ravens and crows and jackdaws are all the same animal. They're just different
No.
breeds of the same
No.
animal.
Yes,
So-
they're a different breed.
No,
Different
so that would
breeds.
be like calling them dogs
Yeah, but
instead of
also-
saying
Oh,
it's a
call them
Labrador or a golden retriever. That's the
but they're a
difference.
different breed.
Yes, that is why we want to be
Golden.
distinct in what we're calling them, because they are not the same breed.
They are different.
It's like comparing a Cocker Spaniel to a Mastiff.
Yes. Well, kinda, but yes.
Except they're very, 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 very similar.
Yes.
Like the differences between a crow, a jackdaw, and a raven are
Minuscule.
very, very small.
Yes. I agree. But they're
I
still
just-
ravens.
I realized there is actually another magical creature we have to bring up.
hmm
They
Princess
are all
Donut.
corvids, Valkyrie. You're quite correct.
They are all corvids. What were we supposed to bring up? Princess what?
Princess Donut.
Princess Donut.
Princess
I assume
Donut.
this is another thing from Dungeon Crawler,
Yeah.
Carl.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, Princess
she-
Donut.
She was a Persian cat. She was. And then she became a creature of her own.
Sentient. Completely sentient.
Yes. And
Sentient.
And shoots laser beams from her eyes.
Is this where we start bringing up our favorite Monster Hunter creature?
Oh,
Oh.
it would be her all
Oh.
day.
Oh,
Not
actually,
actually, there are no questions.
We will
it's
be
just
here all day
naming
for this.
Well,
creatures.
no, see, these
Yes.
are
Back. Go right
Donut
on.
is actually
right
a
on.
character from a book, so we are still on topic of
Oh
book
no!
club.
See, now you're gonna start the technically Monster Hunter comes from books.
No, no,
You
but
said we
again,
could
no,
include
also
games.
no, 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 no,
Prepotente.
no, no, no. Wait, It doesn't come from
Prepotente.
that's unfair. However, there is a Monster Hunter manga, so we would still be on point.
You said games counted FF. I mean,
Also, technically speaking, all of the monsters are inspirations of
Yeah.
folklore.
That-
So
They-
they do technically
Well,
come
yeah.
from books.
Yeah.
So I
favorite
win.
Monster Hunter monster. Go on, hit me with it. What?
I-
What?
Oh,
There
that
has to
goat.
be one.
Damn, that goat.
The black lightning dragon.
Oh, you like?
I don't know. I don't know any
no,
other name.
Alatrion?
No, you liked. No, you liked. Nagakuga.
Oh, Nagakuga,
It was a black lightning dragon.
The Black Panther with
Absolutely.
red eyes.
It looked like a dragon.
No, it's a Black
Panther
Panther.
if it looks like a dragon.
It's still a wyvern, but it's a black.
No.
It's essentially.
No. But I am absolutely convinced it's Alatrion.
No, because she's never seen that.
I've
She's
literally
seen me
about
fight a
5
Nagakuga.
minutes.
Yeah, she saw me fight a Nagakuga.
I'm gonna Google Monster Hunter Black Lightning Dragon. What
I'm
is the
gonna send you
name
this.
of the black dragon? There are 3.
Oh my God,
I think she
Basil
I think you
geese?
are right. It is the Nargacuga, because the Nargacuga isn't actually lightning, it's paralysis, but it kind of
No. This one definitely cast lightning. I
You talking this
remember
one?
that.
Check your Discord. Are you
I
talking
don't
that
know
one?
if it's that one or if it's the Alatrain, because that looks right too.
Alatrion
Oh,
would
which-
be
An
that
Elder
would
Dragon.
be- yeah, no, that would be end game.
Yeah, I was fighting a Nagakuga when you watched, so it's the only one I can assume.
Then
it
must
would
be that one, but I thought it was a dragon, and that picture you've sent me looks like a scaly cat.
It is a scaly cat.
Yeah.
It's a
scaly
super
panther
cute.
wyvern.
It's a super cute, extreme pain in my ass.
No, that's the Paulima.
No.
That looks adorable until it opens its fucking mouth.
Yes, but also no.
Either way, Toothless definitely gets like 100 points.
But I want to say the absolutely coolest goddamn monster in Monster Hunter World is Namiel. I hate fighting it, but it's so cool.
I mean, part of me just wants to go Basil Geese because it's just a fucking irritation. Like, it is.
We do
it
not
is
talk
so
about the B-52 bomber. No.
It's fucking hilarious.
No,
It's just like.
I hate you so much right now.
It's
The
great. I love
B-52
it.
bomber has to die. I hate that monster with a passion.
It has to be in If it's not in Wilds, I will be sad. Open world Basil Geese.
No, please no.
So I'm gonna jump in here with one of the talking points
Okay. Yes.
and see creature representation. How do these creatures reflect societal fears, hope, or cultural values, etc. in books?
Specifically books.
Yes, in this
Okay.
case, specifically books.
Yeah, your FF time is over.
Yeah. I will make my way back to my corner.
That's a difficult question.
Very difficult question.
Mhm.
Since we
Well,
many times use the creatures, in this case it can be things like orcs or goblins or vampires or other things as the bad guy.
Mhm.
And lost my
Oh, I
train
mean
of thought.
that's an endless an endless source of aggravation for me, and Sil know this well, because if we watch any level of media or I read any book where they've taken a creature or a beastie or something from folklore and mythology and then they change it to suit like villainy or something like that, I get very, very mad.
Did you not like Teen Wolf?
Teen Wolf to me is like
Uh-huh.
Aragon.
Uh-huh.
I enjoy it as a TV show suitable for like young adults. And I can enjoy it for that. And it's fun and it's dramatic and I like the storyline. The mythology aspects, in the same way that Twilight and the mythology aspects drive me insane. They drive me insane because
That's
like you
that's
don't
fair.
you don't explain a vampire and then make them sparkle. You don't make a hellhound a fucking human. No. There are many no's. And I will
No,
sit there and go, no.
Hellhound human is that's Teen Wolf, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It was
The dude.
oh, what was his name? The deputy.
Yes, the dude.
His name is in
Parish.
my head.
Parish,
That was it.
Parish.
I was going sheriff. No, it's not sheriff, but it's something like that. Parish. Yes, he was a freaking. Oh, don't start me with this is the skin of a killer, Bella. He looked like he'd come out of an 80s disco.
Yeah.
Also, hello, Mr. Araxis. And just to go back, Zara said that their favourite monsters are probably the 4 old gods in WoW, and it counts because they are mentioned in the books. And you are correct. You are allowed.
I feel like book club devolves into
Oh, and the Frey.
asterisks
Hello,
and
Frey.
technicalities, which is
Oh,
always fun.
anything that had the 4 of us in it was going to be push his glasses up face. Well, technically.
I hate that you're correct,
That's
but you are
half
correct.
my personality is, well, technically.
And
Or,
I'm sorry,
actually.
it's like 96% of your personality, but sure,
Well, at least half of my personality.
that's fair.
But yes, no, I'm a tad of a purist when it comes to especially folklore and mythology, because it's been a thing I've been obsessed with since I was a child. So when I watch things or when I read things and they take mythology and then twist it, I just get mad. It just makes me really mad. And actually the newest one, which is not is technically book related, so I can bring it
Talking
up.
about Grimm.
No, it's not Grimm. It's Epic the Musical.
Yes.
Okay,
There
how
was-
is that book related?
Because Epic the
It's
Musical
based
is
on
based on
the
the Odyssey, and the Odyssey is a book.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
ha ha ha.
No, I'm not. I wasn't going
Book
to argue
club.
with you.
He doesn't
Book club
know.
and associations.
Book club and
doesn't know what it
technicalities.
is.
Yes, it's
Sorry.
asterisks and technicalities. I haven't listened to it. I haven't watched it.
Oh no. Well, first of all, highly recommend. It is brilliant. And actually, my problem isn't with it specifically. I think it did a fantastic job of making a musical out of a book that was written hundreds of years ago.
Yes.
I think it did a fantastic job. My issue was actually with people's response to one of the newer songs that came out, because it was released in sagas. So there were 5 to 6 songs per saga, and each saga was like, you had Troy and Vengeance and Circe and things like that. And they were basically like major plot points within the book written into these small sagas of music. Did a fantastic job. Jorge deserves so much recognition for the work he did on that. But they've released the last saga, which is the Ithaca saga. And within it is a song where essentially, within the Odyssey, Penelope, who was Odysseus's wife and was ruling Ithaca whilst he was away, because he'd been away for so long, said, and obviously people were getting antsy about the fact that there was no king and he hadn't returned, so what was going to happen next. So she said, if you can string my husband's old bow, you
And
can
shoot
rule
it
at
through
my
the-
side as king.
And they also had to shoot through the rings.
Yes, or shoot through. I think in the song they do shoot through 10
They
axes
show-
cleanly.
Yeah, they show trying to string the bow in the cinematics of that song, but they don't actively sing about it.
No. But yes, so they had to string the bow. The bow is a tad similar to like Mjolnir in the fact that it can only be strung by someone who is worthy of stringing it. So it was kind of a rigged game.
Got it from Athena.
Yes. So it's not just string it and hit these targets and you're good to go. It was very much rigged. And essentially they do a song where, as per Greek mythology, because as everybody knows, they were not exactly... I don't know how quite to put this. They could be a bit nasty sometimes, including towards women.
Mhm.
And so he wrote a song where essentially, I can't think who it is, but the main character that's singing it is essentially talking about, well, sod it. None of us, we've all tried stringing this bloody bow. No one can string the thing. So we should just go and take what we want, including Penelope.
Yes.
And people's responses were like, did you need to write a song that spoke about like SA and things like that? Was that necessary? Blah, 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 blah. And like all of
And the
these sorts
response
of
to that
things.
is yes.
And you're like, why did you need to do that? It didn't need to be done. You didn't have to put that in there. And then the amount of people responding being like, because it's in the damn book.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He's not making this up himself. It's in the fucking book.
Yeah.
And that is another one of those like tidbitty pet peeves of mine, is when people like watch a movie or a TV show that's based on a book, or they watch something that's based on real life and then get annoyed about something within it because they feel that it was gratuitous and didn't need to be there, and you're like, it's a main plot point in the damn book. Sorry, I got so annoyed in my own head that I coughed myself to death. So just to catch up on chat, so Zara said she felt like she needed to justify bringing up WoW. You absolutely don't need to justify bringing up WoW. We've no. Oh, have you got new joiner ads? Because there should be no ads right now. I hope.
No, there shouldn't be, but apparently.
I got one when the stream
Yeah,
started.
I'm wondering if
Yeah,
it's because if it's just joining ads, which I have absolutely no control over, apparently. Friggin' thing hates me. No, I don't know. Oh, God, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. That's the one I wanted.
But on that note, we should take a small break for commercial.
Yes, I will we'll catch up with chat and then we'll do be right back, which I'm going to try with my button because I may have fixed it. I probably haven't, but we're going to try with the button. I have absolutely no control over whether new people have ads or not, apparently, because I've turned it fully onto manual mode, and it still does it when people join. I have pre-roll off as well, so I have no idea why it does that.
We've been fighting with Twitch ads since the start.
Yeah,
They are
ads
mean.
hate me. Valkyrie
But
said,
yeah, we don't.
I saw something the other day how vampires in most aspects, except Teen Wolf, because I haven't watched it, so I don't know if it follows this trend. I don't think there are vampires in Teen Wolf.
There are not.
Have all these titles money and property because they represent the higher class, while the werewolves represent the working, poorer class. I very much agree with that as an ideology. I think that would probably fit quite well. I think also the other thing is that in regards to vampires having lots of titles and property and money, you've got to think of longevity. If they've been around for hundreds of years, like I think even my ADHD brain might amass quite a fair chunk of money over centuries. I'd like to think.
Because we forget where we put it.
That's true. Yeah, no, I'd buy. I'd be like, do you know what? I'm gonna go and buy gold bullion or something, and then I'll put it here safe, and then forget it exists.
Or just going on a buying streak, and then like 200-300 years later, oh right, I had this. I might sell it for some money.
God, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I remember. Do you remember when we bought that Banksy
No.
or something?
Do you want to know what would,
Yeah,
what would
that's
happen?
what I was thinking.
She'd buy something and bury it, and then like 100 years later, she'd be like, "I've got something new that I need to hide. That's going to be a really good spot to bury it." And then as she's digging, she'll be digging in the same fucking place.
Are
It's just
you
been that
calling
long
her a squirrel?
I am.
that
to
she'd
be fair.
forgotten that she'd buried it there in the first place, and then would be like, "Oh, I have this thing as well."
I would like to point out
No, I
burying
understand
things
it.
is not a valid hiding spot at all. It's very dangerous to do that. Don't bury your stuff. 'Cause you will
No,
Go to
forget.
therapy.
Or-
Don't bury your feelings. Go to
bury your
therapy.
feelings. Go to therapy. Go to Berothy. Do both.
Oh, yes, me.
I don't know why my body's now trying to kill me. The thing
Bad
with yes, Mr. Araxis has said it is even more annoying to watch a movie based on a book and it not be the same as the book at all. That is probably the biggest kick in the teeth you will ever get if you see that a film is based on a book and then it hits you with the, oh, this is loosely based, as in there's a character that shares the same name and everything else has changed, and you're like, what is this?
That's how the
fucking
fucking
nonsense?
That's how the Shannara Chronicles was a TV series, but that's exactly how it felt watching that.
Can I? My favorite one of those is, and this is not book related, but tangentially, my favorite one of those is Die Hard 4, which is
Die Hard based on a book?
Die Hard 4 has a based on X in the intro sequence, and it's based on something called A Farewell to Arms. And I was like,
I know
okay,
a Farewell
cool.
to Arms. I did not know that Die Hard 4 was...
No, because it's not the book.
Oh, okay.
So, because I went like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe I can look up what this is. And I did. And it's an article
Amazing.
that's about 4 pages long, from which they drew inspiration with like cybersecurity and shit, which is what Die Hard 4 is basically about. And I'm like, it's technically based on, very loosely.
I'm a massive fan of like based on a true story, especially in books and films. If I know that something is based on a true story, I think it just makes it so much more poignant. Hacksaw Ridge is a fantastic one for that.
Oh,
because you watch it and you go through it thinking this can't be real. Like, this can't have actually happened. Like, it's a great idea, but it can't have actually happened. And then you get to that bit where they're like, yeah, no, this is the real guy, and this 100% happened. And you're like, what?
Have we all hydrated, posture checked, and stretched?
I have water, posture check. You can go fuck yourselves. I'm going to continue being a gremlin.
Have you
No.
stretched?
The Shadowhunters Valkyrie was, because I know this and Shadow and Bone are different. Was Shadow and Bone close to the original source material?
So you have to be careful, because Shadow and Bone was technically 2 book series mushed together.
Yeah.
So it was a collaboration of 2 separate series by 2 separate authors, I want to say. Yes? Or was it the same author but 2 separate series?
I'm unsure, so I
Shadow
will reflect.
Hunters, are we talking the Cassandra Clare?
Yeah, I believe so.
And the
I quite enjoyed the
Is that the Mortal
TV
Instruments?
shows, like the first season.
The film was called The Mortal Instruments. The TV show was called Shadow Hunters. I think that way around.
Yep.
They were both horrific. I've absolutely nothing against anyone who enjoyed them. I think they were both horrific, but I also have a very big issue with Cassandra Clare as a writer.
Yeah.
Because I also think she's horrific. I think they were great. I thoroughly enjoyed reading them to a point when I realised that woman is absolutely fucked in the head. Completely and utterly doolally. Like, simple as.
And that would be a good point for some.
What a place to take a break. Cassandra Clare is fucked in the head. We're going on a break now. So there will be a brief 3-minute adverts. And we love you for sticking around because staying pays for pages.
We need to get that as a voice, as a
sound GIF or something, yeah. So we shall be back in 5 minutes. Adverts will be 3, and we will see you shortly. Is the button going to work? We're back.
And we're back.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do we have sound?
Yes, we do have sound. At
Beautiful.
least for me.
Woohoo! Hi, Emberleaf.
Welcome back.
I was going to say something when we came back, and I can't remember what it was. Amazing.
Someone was fucked in the head.
Cassandra Clare.
That's all I remember.
Cassandra Clare is fucked in the head.
Okay, I have no idea who that is.
She wrote the City of
Shadowhunt.
Bone and Morsel Instruments books. I'm
Oh,
actually
that's
having
the.
I'm
Okay,
having to
carry on.
look into it now because I'm trying to remember. I don't want to go off on a rant about her being fucked in the head and why she's fucked in the head, and then realize I've got the wrong author because that would be hilarious.
Rude.
So we've talked a lot about magical creatures.
Mm.
So
We can't talk about magic. No. You know where that will lead.
no, I was gonna talk about the symbolism of magic in books.
Uh-huh.
We briefly
Or should we
mentioned
just-
Nidhogg, Emberleaf. We did not actually go into full depth about Nidhogg, and I was quite surprised when I mentioned him that we didn't go into full depth because he also appears in Final Fantasy. So I was surprised he did not get yabbered
that-
about.
Is that not the
Oh, don't. Don't.
I
Oh
will
yeah,
say,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
correct.
yeah.
The reason I think the reason I think Cassandra Clare is fucked in the head is purely because of the fact that the Shadowhunters Mortal Instruments books have this whole thing where the two main characters, being Jace and Clary, get romantically involved, and
Oh.
then
Oh.
you find
Yeah.
out that they're very possibly, almost probably siblings,
Ah,
and you were like, huh, I am uncomfortable now.
there's a.
And they were
there's-
YA novels, so they were aimed at teens.
Mhm.
And there was a very, very awkwardly strange thing. Emberleaf, I'm so sorry if that was a spoiler for you. I do apologise.
There's a movie which has that entire plot point, but no, wait. The entire movie builds up to that reveal. I don't remember what it's called.
It's not like I think you can do shock and awe quite well. I don't think you need to do that, especially in books that you are aiming at teenagers and young
Oh yeah,
adults.
no. I figured out what movie it was. It's Old Boy,
Yes.
and it is not directed at young adults or teenagers.
So I had to double check with Nidhogg,
Mm.
and then I found the name, and I was like, Nidhogg. And
Yeah.
I was like,
He
Oh,
said
right.
Nidhogg.
He said
Right.
Nidhogg.
He said Nidhogg.
right.
I mean, he is sad.
Serpent who gnaws at the roots of Yggdrasil.
In
That's how.
in the
Yeah,
mythology, yes. In
Mm.
in the
Final
mythology,
Fantasy,
yeah.
he is
In the game,
he
he
is
is one of the.
grumpy dragon who loses eyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, in the game, I this is not what the streams are about. No,
No,
I'm
no.
gonna-
So symbolism of magic within stories.
Symbolism
Uh.
is,
I had all of the web pages open.
of course, you did. The symbolism of magic within stories.
Yeah.
You've gone for really thorough
Like
questions that
yeah, but
involve a lot of brain power that I
I'm
don't
sorry. I
No,
can
it's
say-
magic.
Possess.
Magic is just the power to do things beyond our current mortal means.
no, yes,
it's-
but
It is.
No.
yes, but so a lot of stories, a vast majority of stories use magic as a separator between classes. And I don't mean classes as in like fighter, ranger, mage. I
You mean as
mean,
in lower, mid, upper?
yes. So, social classes is the word I was looking for. So,
Or you can say the class system.
yes.
People know what you mean when you say the class system.
Where magic wielders are, generally speaking, the highborns, the leaders, the rulers.
Caste system.
Yes. And non-magic wielders are not. So that's one form of symbolism.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's more.
yes. So the talking point had symbolism. What does magic symbolize in the chosen book? Power, freedom, danger, or something else? And in many, it can be power or fear from people using magic, depending on the book. Valkyrie says, I see magic as like childhood innocence / nostalgia. I can see that.
Yeah, I don't totally disagree with that.
And also the offshoot of that, loss of innocence.
Yeah.
Like,
Finding out
it's
the
just-
world
yeah.
isn't unicorn and rainbows and all
no,
fun stuff.
but I was
No, but
thinking more
it's a
like
symbol
the
for-
coming of age. Like
Yes.
the Harry Potter series uses magic as the jumping off point for basically puberty.
I think it's it is a tool that can be used in many situations to describe a whole host of different, not describe, to represent a whole host of different things. You have got the generic like power fantasy, you've got myth and legend and culture, you've got spiritual belief, you've got again innocence and all therefore the loss of it. Class is another, like you say, class is a really good one. Absolute power corrupts absolutely is another one. The folly and hubris of individuals with power, where power is not something everyone has. It's kind of like it's a multi-tool essentially when it comes to writing or when it comes to things in general. It is a multi-tool of, okay, this is the theme I want to discuss in my book, or this is the topic I want to cover. I kind of need something I know I can use for that. Oh, lo and behold, magic. It's a magic writing tool.
Yes. Very much.
But yeah, it just depends on how you use it, really. Deep and darker reasoning can definitely be made there, depending on the version of the story you're reading.
Yes, Valkyrie.
Well, yeah, it's like, like you say, if you put magic in a kid's book, it needs no sort of wider sense to it. It's just
Magic.
It's just magic, and then as like people grow and we develop like cognitively, we need a bit of that rationale to kind of. That's why magic systems obviously develop, because people need rationale. But I think it's also it is kind of as serious as this is going to get. The as you grow up, the world just becomes such a serious and somewhat, personally, somewhat boring or repetitive, and kind of overall just you exist in this thing. And I think it serves as a, if we could, what would? By which I mean, like, if we could do this, what would we do with it? Or if we had this, what would we do with it? Or if that happened, and it's almost like a question in and of itself. Of like, yeah. So I think it's yeah. I don't know. It's representative of a lot of things. Ultimately,
Very true. But on a maybe easier one then, back to creatures, the evolution of creature tropes, and how the change have been from how we use different magical creatures previously to how many do it today. Like,
I love the idea of magical creatures being highly intelligent.
Yeah.
I know some aren't, and we look at like goblins and things where they're not meant to be intelligent because they're meant to be led by more intelligent creatures like hobgoblins or whatever. Or maybe they're just like baser instincts are more in control. Like we look at goblins as being kind of like dirty and gritty, and they just kind of like go around and they loot shit because it's shiny, and you'll see them like chewing on a coin and a stick at the same time.
Sounds like me.
But it's like one of the things that's really interesting when it comes to like D&D, I think, is that you have these like basic creatures that are much more like they're sentient, definitely, and that there is like a level of thought there, but it's almost childlike or more primalist esque. Like, yeah, I don't really know how to phrase that. But then you get to like dragons and shit, which are like highly intelligent. One of my favorite things was everyone talks about dragons hoarding gold and treasure. And it was like, well, what if it was just about having a hoard of something? So one of the examples that I saw, and it was a social media thing. It was a TikTok or a video of some kinds, and it was like the barkeep is a dragon, and they hoard adventurers. And actually, all of the adventures and all of the issues that are going on are being masterminded by this dragon to keep adventurers in the area. One of them was the dragon whose entire hoard was just a gold coin, but because the dragon was so small, and it would basically sit on this coin and be passed from person to person.
That
Aw.
story is so cute.
It's adorable. There's one where like the collection is books and knowledge or artwork,
That's
and it
what
was
we
like,
should do. We should be book dragons.
yes,
No, we
haven't you
can't be
heard?
book dragons.
but there's like and that idea of like everyone's like dragons are evil, they want their hoard, and it's like, no, actually they want their treasure and it's gold and shiny things, almost like magpies. It's like, absolutely not. Like, I'd love it if I'd look at things like again TTRPGs, and if you did like your Shadowrunners, where it's a mixture of fantasy, cyberpunk, sci-fi, that stuff, like having art curators being dragons who just collect artwork, like, musicians that are creature like dragons that collect songs. Like, there's all these different things that you can do. And I think and that's just one example of like one creature. But it's like breaking down that generic trope of like angry dragon needs shiny coins, and it's like, no, like,
Yeah, I've always had. I always thought it's so strange because like almost all dragon things are like they're usually like very intelligent, but they also hoard gold because shiny. No other reason, just shiny. It's like, I mean, sure, we enjoy shiny things, but I just feel like it feels weird.
They're basically corvids that breathe fire. What do you want?
Yeah, well, the corvids also trade their shinies for other shinies.
They do.
They do. That is true.
That's how you
Yes.
make friends with them. You
Yes.
give them things and they
Intelligent
give you
goblin.
things back.
no. There's again, it's the other like it's and content creators are great for like you look at like the D&D content creators and stuff like that are incredibly good for coming up with these almost like variations of things where it's like I want to play a chaotic evil warlock, but my patron is a
My mom.
celestial, and
My
so
patron is my
it's
mum.
like
Yeah, there is one. There is one.
yeah, like my patron's a celestial, so if I want my powers, I have to do good things, even if I don't want to.
That sounds like
Or
your patron is your mum.
yeah, or the necromancer who's like a neutral good, and they go around and basically go like, they walk into a clinic and it's like, this person's terminally ill. You know what? Do you want to leave your family something when you're gone? If you donate your body to me, I will give
Here's
you a
your
gold
gold.
piece.
Mm.
Yeah, and your family will have something when you're essentially life insurance, and I purchase the rights to your corpse.
Yeah.
Like, and it's a really and outsider's like necromancers are evil and it's like, no, actually that's like a really cool way of doing of like taking a troped magical thing and changing it, and it's yeah, people are like endlessly creative when it comes to shit like that.
The prompt was evolution of mythological creatures and how we use them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think we can't talk about the mythological or mythical creatures in the like 1800s or up to a certain point were dangerous creatures who you should keep away from, and they were always evil. To now, where it's can I fuck the mythical creature?
Yeah, it was kind of like where I wanted to go as well.
Yep, because that's
Or more the fact that now it's socially acceptable-ish
to fuck the
that you
mythical
that you
creature.
want to fuck the mythical creature.
Because you have ethical recycling or something else. But yeah, so I've seen a lot of that. Akatar is a good example of that, like Fae and stuff. There's more. I am
I like
brain not braining.
the newer takes of having sirens be like just famous musicians and such, and not like they're doing it because they enjoy the attention, but they're not actually doing any harm. They're not trying to kill people.
Yeah, all of like Queen being like, because everyone like Bohemian Rhapsody just lives on
Yeah.
forever, and it's like, yeah, it was, Queen was a siren. It's like, okay.
You mean Freddie Mercury was a siren?
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name.
You know what? Headcanon accepted.
The Queen is a siren.
Yes, the Queen is dead.
Also could have been a siren.
So is Freddie.
Yeah,
could have been a
of course.
siren.
So is Freddie, but here we are.
Here we are. On that note, does that mean your national anthem has changed?
Yes.
I
It is now
I
God
honestly
Saves the King.
Okay, cool. I honestly didn't know.
Yeah. It
And
changes,
also,
so
I
it changes
really
depending on who is. So we'll have God Save the King for the next God knows how many years. So obviously, because it will go from Charles to William, and then technically William to son's name I can't remember at the moment.
Yeah, I'll go from Charlie to Billy, and then from Billy to someone else.
His son, who I can't remember the name of at the moment. Valkyrie
Billyson.
has said Cher being a vampire, 100%.
Yeah.
George, thank you. The child's name is George.
Or here.
Yes.
Did you say Charles, Bill, and George?
yes.
Well, it's Charles William and then George.
Okay. Okay. So it's not Bill,
No,
literally.
but
Okay. No. No. I'm
Yes,
just.
yes, Bill from the server will be the next king of England.
No. No. I was going Charlie, Bill, and George are 3 of the Harry Potter
They are.
Weasley brothers. So I was like, that's a weird coincidence, if anything.
There's no Ron or Percy though,
That's
or
fine.
Fred, actually,
Or Fred.
No, but you'd have Frederick, Ronald, and Percival.
which are very royal names.
kind
Hmm.
of the thing with that family.
The-
And then Ginny.
Geneva.
Yeah,
Also a
fair
royal
enough.
name.
The Germanic descendant British rulers.
Fair enough. I forgot about that part.
Do we want to continue on that prompt or move on?
Well, I have some. Speaking of Harry Potter, I have some tailored talking points.
Tailored
Speaking of Harry
talking
Potter,
points.
how
Yeah,
is the
because-
Bible actually a magic spellbook?
No, I went for 3 to me like typical magical series. So, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Discworld.
Okay.
And do you want some magic talking points or creature talking points?
Creature. For the sake of argument, creature.
So, let's start with Lord of the Rings. The Nazgul as corrupted humans. How does their transformation highlight the dangers of greed and power?
I hate this question.
God. You're being really
Because
mean tonight.
Okay, so the
No,
second
but
one.
no. Wait. Let me explain why I hate the question. The question is answered by the question. It contains the answer in itself.
I mean, fair.
They
You know
get
what?
corrupted because they were greedy.
Yeah, but well, yes, fair. Okay, so the next one I had for Lord of the Rings was the significance of mythical creatures like the eagles. Are they simply Deus ex machina or something more symbolic?
We're getting close to systems. We're getting very close to systems here.
Also, I don't think either of those is the correct answer because if I remember correctly, for it to be Deus Ex Machina, it means they're literally only there for the plot, like for the continuation of the plot. Yes.
Yep.
Which isn't true. Which is why, because you always get that argument with Lord of the Rings of like, oh, if the eagles were there to take them down off the mountain, why couldn't they have taken them to Mount Doom in the first place? And the answer to that is because they are sentient beings. They're not lapdogs that come when you whistle.
Sure.
So
There's another take on
Yeah.
that.
Deus Ex Machina, a plot device whereby a seemingly unsolvable problem in a story is abruptly resolved by an unexpected or unlikely occurrence.
And so the take I've heard on that, which I actually like, is since what's his face? Since Gandalf didn't actually specify what he wanted the Fellowship to do before he plunged into a chasm and transformed into Gandalf the White, it is highly probable that he actually tried to meet up with the Eagles for that express purpose, to get them to Mount Doom.
no, but the issue with that is then why didn't he had a way of contacting them. We see it when he utilizes them to get off the top of the tower when he's with Sauron, and again in The Hobbit it's mentioned when they're in the burning trees and they utilize them. He has ways of contacting them, so why wouldn't he have done that at Rivendell or before? Why not
Maybe
do
they
that when he
could-
first met up with the party? Because the fact of
Maybe
the
he
matter is
did
they
and they
aren't.
had to.
No, I don't think it is that simple. I think it is that purely they are not taxis.
No,
I think there's either, and I would have to deep dive further into the books again to see if there is a particular answer to this, and I'm sure there is, or I'm going to have to go and have a look and see if, I'm pretty sure he has done. There's the Lord of the Rings geek.
Yeah.
On TikTok, who's fantastic, and he's amazing at getting answers to questions if you're Lord of the Rings related. As Rising Dust has said, I think it's limited owed favours. I think it is essentially a case of like, hey, you've given me this way of contacting you if I'm in a dire emergency that needs it, and so I'm going to use this, but there's probably something that I have to offer in return. Or at the very least, not abuse it. And I think giving them a whistle and being like, hey, we've got to go, like 12 of us have got to go to Mount Doom and drop this ring in a volcano. Do you fancy just like giving us a lift? Would probably fall under the, we have lives of our own, do it yourself, you lazy git.
that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's how we actually explained it, pretty much.
Damn it, is it? I spelled something.
Yes, I'm sorry.
And I can't edit it.
Well,
Damn it.
now we're gonna be that.
Okay, I will. So for those of you that are on Twitch with us at the moment, I have put a new poll up in the book club announcements channel, which is, what would you all as book club members like to be referred to as? Whatever wins will probably come up quite a lot, not only in our own conversations, but it will likely be on things as we grow and evolve. If we get into a point where we'd maybe doing like emails or anything like that, you will be referred to as Book Dragons or whatever. I will note, I have spelt the word chapter wrong. This is my bad. If that is the chosen answer, it will be spelt correctly.
No,
No, I think it shouldn't be. If that would be
Just leave the E off.
yeah,
chapter
just to
takes
annoy
us-
other people.
Could have been so much worse. You could have removed all the vowels.
Yes, just all of them. No vowels allowed.
Yes.
Okay, no, it's not, but I will state that I have written, if you have any options, please let me know. That's brilliant. I'm adding it. Add
Is this one
option.
of the ones you can vote for more than one thing?
You can, yes. It would just be the one that has the most votes. So, cast those votes. Also, if you had missed it before, there is a poll up for next Saturday's quiz night. Currently, what is 7 p.m. for me is winning, which is the time we started book club tonight. For those of you not in the UK.
Look at the size of that fucking goose.
Look
Hello,
at the size of
goose.
that fucking goose indeed. Where'd you go?
Hard crash.
No.
Yay!
Stop playing PoE then.
No, I physically cannot anymore.
Oh dear.
On this, so I don't know what it is. every
For once,
time I've
my
loaded
PC
it-
is better than yours.
I need to I thought they'd fixed it, and I think it's actually just made it worse.
So, this is why I don't play PoE, because I will not be able to stop.
Oh no, the problem
It's
that
not a-
he's having is that it hates Windows 11.
There was a Windows 11 update, and something's happened where the game will literally hard crash your entire PC. But it seems to only be with specific, it's
So-
NVIDIA.
So with my
For some
PC
reason.
being older and not being capable of having Windows 11 and still being on Windows 10, he can play no issue. But your PC, which is all state of the art and new and whatnot, fucking dies. Hopefully they'll fix it before they actually release the game.
But yeah,
Here's
so
hoping.
I don't know, but yeah, basically it's just the game is now essentially completely unplayable for me. For reference,
okay.
because of my ADHD, I have to I need something to keep my attention because just talking doesn't work. I need something to do And PoE for me at the minute is something that is completely mindless, considering I'm catching back up to Act 3, which is where I was before. And yeah, just completely fucked my computer apparently. But no, Eli, for reference, it hard crashes, it maxes out your GPU, and then it basically smashes your temp up to like 100.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's a full like system fuck up. So, and I found a workaround because it runs on old cores. Apparently, if you were to like disable core 1 and 2, you should at least be able to like back out of the game if it crashed.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's fucked basically. So looks like I'll be uninstalling that game for a while.
They haven't actually
Which is a
announced
shame.
when they're releasing it yet either, have they?
No, and no one's talking about a fix. Like there is nothing. I've just googled it, and nothing has been mentioned about a fix for over 3 weeks.
So remind me, I have a I might have.
Are you on
something
Windows
for
10
you.
or 11?
I'm on 10.
Then you'll be fine. You could play it. It's Windows 11 that's the
No,
problem.
I'm not gonna play PoE because I will never stop. No.
It'll be
Do
friggin'
not
Factorio
do
all over
not-
again.
Do not fucking tempt me, Frodo.
I'm not giving you my ring, thank you.
Oh dear.
So just to add on, because I do really want you guys to give me your suggestions. Currently we have Book Dragons, which while I love it, probably feels a little bit cliche. I think I've heard it a lot. Got Page Turners, which is a bit punny. Chapter
Just
Chasers
gets it.
without an
The
E,
skill trees.
Huh?
but the skill trees for PoE.
But the skill trees.
We have Library Bandits, Page Prowlers, Biblio Beasts, Pawsome Readers, Shelf Scavengers, Cozy Chaotix, which might be my favourite actually,
Yeah.
Bin
That's why I
Babies, and
asked.
Ink Drinkers.
Wait, why did it take away my? Oh, okay. But never mind. It didn't. Never mind.
It's a shame we can't do
Yeah.
Raiders of the
So
Lost Ark.
there's two types of readers. It's the bookworm who reads everything, and then you have the book dragons
Who hoard
who
everything.
focuses more about collecting books.
What would that make you?
Both.
I was gonna say, considering I don't own that many books,
That makes you a
But-
book raccoon because you both hoard shit and consume shit.
yes. But I also stuffed my Kindle. Not last time, the one before. I had like 30 minutes before it would end, so I kind of like just added like all the books. Didn't even read anything of it, so I have like 200 books on my Kindle, which I have no idea what they're about.
I think we should go with Bin Bandits.
No, it's Bin Babies, as in like Beanie Babies.
No, Bin Babies sounds.
Don't say
Yeah.
that. Poor
Yeah,
Dusk.
No, my brain does the my brain's just in the trash.
Your Kindle's still
Yeah.
missing. Did it walk off? It went, you have overused me without a break. I'm leaving.
Have you checked that it's not logged between two physical books and it's just trying to masquerade itself?
Hiding in amongst your TBR. It's like, she'll never find me here.
Oh no, I didn't start a new one.
You didn't start
What?
a new one? Why have you not started a new
I
one?
was gonna ask ChatGPT for
Yep.
some name suggestions.
Nope. Shatibity.
Chappy It's the heebie-jeebies.
Yes, but I hadn't made a new one.
No
I
talking,
didn't-
just scat singing from now on.
Yes, and I hadn't made a new one, so I still had some of my question and stuff from magic and magical creatures. So I got magic and fantasy themed options, creature inspired options, mythical and mysterious, fun and quirky.
Fair enough.
So the one example was the Spellbound Readers or Keepers of the Tome.
Oh, actually, that reminds me. We did the holiday special, and I was like, no, I have not. I didn't get any books for Christmas. I got all my books before Christmas, and that was a lie. So I apologise, dear listeners. I lied to you, and I am going to take accountability for that because I did get a book for Christmas. I got The Spell Shop. I'm very excited. I also realised that purely by technicality, I got myself a lot of books for Christmas because TikTok has been giving recently, and every book that's come up that has caught my attention has been on Kindle Unlimited. So I have created a rather large TBR just on my physical Kindle that is bordering on a little bit ridiculous at the moment. But I also realise there is a bit of a theme because they all seem to have either dragons or fae, or dragons and fae in them. So we just...
This is your physical Kindle as opposed to your like metaphorical Kindle, which is just a theory.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have a suggestion for calling our book club. Ring, quills, and coffee cups.
Ring,
I think
coils, and coffee cups. Yeah, I think that would work for the book club itself, but not for the people.
For calling followers. No.
If it's for followers.
No. That's too long.
I've had a couple. We've got like tails and tails, as in ALES and AILS. The Forest Readers Guild. Or the
Again,
Reading
all these
Den.
are names of a group.
No. I know, that was why I brought them up. These are on my list of if we renamed the book club.
The Midnight Page Coven.
The Midnight Page Coven is kind of cute.
Yeah,
I'm here for that. Also magic, because magic is real.
Yes. Or Hobbiton bookworms.
Oh my god, they could be Pagans.
Oh my god, no!
What the fuck?
No!
That's brilliant!
No! Why?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a winner.
Well, it has to get voted for first, but I am here for Pagans.
Valkyrie's enjoyed it, I think.
No, I don't know if that was to
Or is
us
that
or to
Yune.
Yune, also orc lover. How would I go about spelling Pagans?
Oh,
so
no,
it doesn't
that's the
sound
one.
like- That's the one, Pagans.
You do page-ans.
No, you just do.
No, because you have to do the hyphen.
Pagan.
Because
Skipping the vote.
skipping the vote would just... See, guys, if you were all subbed, I could do a sub-only vote and you'd win this by now. I'm joking. I'm kidding.
This is
Well, we technically
true.
have 8 subbers apparently.
We
when
do.
did that happen?
I don't know.
My brain just went, we have 8 subby wubbies and I need to...
No. Bad. Get out. Get out. I will say, actually, things for the new year. I am still working on the merch, which hopefully there will be some options available for you by book club next week. May only be limited options. Jeff! It's Jeff. We love Jeff.
I was not prepared for that.
I was about to say, hello, Slayer.
Good afternoon, fine people.
Welcome.
Welcome to the stream.
That's how I've spelt it, Valkyrie. I've spelt it as Pagans, with the hyphen. Yes. So, merch. There will be some limited options available by book club next week. We can't actually talk about what book club next week is going to be yet because we got very comfortable in the fact that Yune and I in October planned out all of the books clubs to last us through into the new year, and then we got lucky that I was ill and it pushed everything back a week, so we had an extra week of the new year done, and then we both realised today we have absolutely nothing sorted for the rest of the month except the quiz next week, we
Yeah,
we have the list.
Yeah.
And I think the list is now long enough to probably do us for the next 3 years.
Probably.
Thank you, Ember
Thank you,
Leaf.
Ember.
I was about to say, is that an honorary like Emberleaf moment?
It
Yeah.
100% is an Ember
It's
Leaf.
like maybe 5% is us.
Ember went, here's a couple of ideas. And we were like, oh my god, wow, these are amazing. Please hit us with more. And she went, bet. And
Can someone share
And
me
then-
the link to the stream?
I absolutely can do.
yeah,
Thank you.
to the
Thank y'all.
point where we've got we've actually got a group chat now where she just keeps sending ideas, and it goes on and on and on and on, and they are all, and I have to say this, they are all superb.
Yeah, and if they're not like something that could be an entire theme of themselves, they're talking points that can be used in themes.
Yes,
So,
or
all
it's
of it can be
ideas for other things outside of just the book club chats.
Yeah.
So we've had things mentioned. I'm gonna do a couple. Like we've had book bingo come up,
Yes.
which I think is like fabulous as an idea, as something a little bit different to just having quizzes. Thank you for the follow, Slayer. Holy guacamole, we're getting we're just getting closer and closer to
Oh, we have Queen Coco here.
Queen Coco, hello Queen Coco. Oh my god, I've got Mean Girl flashbacks. You go, Glen Coco. Slayer got it.
Yes, please. If you want to do that,
Ember,
Ember,
you do
that's-
you, honey. Because you're on a friggin' roll, so you just do whatever you want. Oh, I've got to stretch. God damn it.
I
You
did,
do have to
did
stretch.
some
Why can't
dancing.
Stand up and touch your
Oh.
toes.
Absolutely not.
You know what?
Snap in
You know
half.
what? That's a good idea.
If I do that, I'm gonna like
If I do that, I'm
You
not
should do what
standing
I
back
you
up.
should do what I do and get a standing desk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
The
darling.
best-
Desks are the best.
Darling, can you buy me a standing desk, please? Nothing to
there's
say
still one
now,
that-
have you?
I
There's
said when
at
we
least
get the
one
new
idea.
house.
Mm-hmm.
When we get the new house, I will give you my standing desk and I'll get a new one.
One of the ideas that Ember Leaf has given, which the minute I saw it, I genuinely squealed like a teenage girl, was character debate. Assign
Oh, no.
people to defend or criticize characters in structured debates. Now, some of you don't know me very well, but those of you that do know that I fucking live for a debate.
Our entire relationship
Yes.
is just us.
It's genuinely got to the it's genuinely got to the point where Sai will phone me and tell me about a conversation he's had with somebody else or a debate he's had with somebody else, and my brain will immediately go, "You're bringing this to me because you want my responses, so debate time." And then he has to go, "No, stop! I am telling you a story. I do not want your input." Because he knows
This is not a
I will
conversation.
go, and I will keep going until I die.
This is not a conversation. This is I'm telling you something and you're going to listen to it because it's annoying to me.
This is
You're
just a
being
story.
voluntold to listen.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
He has to listen to me when I vent. I have to listen to him when he talks about debates he's had. And you know the pain it takes to hold in responses, because I'll either
Yeah,
be on his
'cause
side
you're
and I want to be like,
Gobby
yes,
little brat.
yeah, I am a gobby little brat. 100%.
I really got to join you guys for book club.
You 100% should. This is Cozy Chaos at its finest.
I'm just excited for the 21st.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for Onyx.
Yes.
Onyx is gonna be good. Yes.
I am literally
Yeah.
going to get up at 7 a.m. to go over to Target and grab the other limited edition edge print that I'm not.
You freaking Americans and your easy access to special editions. Ember,
I'll buy
if you ever
two.
want a debate We will hop in VC. I will debate until the cows come home.
So
Like,
one of the
100%.
things I accidentally did with Ari at the very, very beginning was go, okay, so I'm gonna play devil's advocate, ... That conversation was 6 hours.
Yeah,
I
100%.
don't even remember what the conversation was about.
Nope.
But that conversation was 6 hours of endless fun.
Oh yeah, no.
But
I will also point out, when I debate, it's like a debate club. I don't get personal. I very much have like rules of engagement when it comes to a debate, so I don't. It's not like a, oh, you're giving me a choice to argue.
Oh no, there's none. There's none.
It's 100%. I just thoroughly enjoy debating, even if it's a topic I give no shits about. I will 100% just enjoy debating a side of it. And
Emily, I will warn you, as someone who has been on the receiving end of this for 2.5 years. She knows fucking everything. So if
I
you
don't
want to
know
debate
everything.
no, you are a little fucking know-it-all. You retain information like a sponge. It's terrifying. So if you want to go into a debate with her, have the facts like slap bang in front of you. It's the only way to win.
I have an offshoot form of
A few
eidetic
moments
memory.
later.
So everything I ever read, I can remember word for word, which is great if you're trying to retain information. It was why I was particularly good in school, because there was no like cramming for tests over and over again. I could read it once and just pull it out of the file cabinet in my head. Not so great when you put that down on everything you've ever read, from like every text message you've ever read your entire life. You will remember in vivid detail. So
And the funny thing is you can remember all that, but you can't stick to an appointment.
No, actually, which is why I've started asking them to write my appointments down, because I remember if they're written down and then I read the card. But 9 times out of 10, people don't write them down. They tell you and then expect you to remember it. And then I'm like,
They send you a text.
But those are different.
No,
skills
because
as
the
well.
text usually comes just before the appointment. If they sent me a text immediately, then I would remember it. It would be fine. But they don't.
We have reminders 2 days prior.
You figure it out.
Oh, ours aren't. Ours are like, even the vets, I was like, could you text me before? And they're like, no, the system is set up to text you exactly like 12 hours before your appointment. So they'll text me at 8 o'clock in the evening to tell me I have an appointment tomorrow at 8 a.m. And you're like, that's great. It's nice and awful all at the same time, because again, because I can remember so much, like, it's really hard to have a conversation with somebody, because you'll bring up things that they've said before, and people don't particularly like that.
Yeah, and there's me who has an absolutely shit memory when it comes to actual conversations, but can remember appointments like nothing.
Yeah, this is why we work, because your strengths are my weaknesses,
You
and my
come up
strengths are
to
your
me.
weaknesses.
I don't have the pull things verbatim, but I am very good at remembering like concepts. So I can't remember exactly the thing, but I know exactly enough where I can go like, okay, I need to search this up. This is what I need to search for, and then I can just pull from there, which has helped me a lot.
Yeah, you'll notice it with me, because if you go, oh, do you remember when we were talking about X? And I'll go, oh yeah, we started talking about this, and then we went on to that, and then we did this and that and the other, and then we were talking about that. Yeah, what about it? And the amount of people are like, why did you need to tell me the entire conversation we had prior to it? And said, like, because we've probably had this conversation 5 or 6 times. I'm making sure I'm talking about the exact right moment. And they're like, but I don't remember any of that. Ember, you need to flood the chat, but flood the group chat as well.
Love versus duty could be very fun.
So good. Happy versus tragic endings. Side characters versus main characters. Yes, because there are some books where the side characters are peak and the main characters are a complete flop.
Love versus
why I replied with, why we love side characters more than main characters.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if you look at ACOTAR or even Crescent Cities, some of the side characters were much better or much more exciting, especially when they jumped from main character to the secondary character in the later books.
To be fair, and I've only read ACOTAR 1, so don't kill me.
Lucian.
But no, but
Interesting.
the main characteress, whose name Fairy,
Feyre.
Feyre, thank you.
Do we need to play the
Um,
soundboard so you understand how to say her name?
I know it's Feyre. I am terrible at names, Ari. Get off my back. Is
Yes noises.
is such a bland character.
No.
Kinda is in
She
the first
gets
book.
better.
Yes, this is why I said
no. Like
in the
this
first.
is why I said like in the
Yeah,
first
again,
book.
this is one of
she
those
is
things where I'm
so
like,
boring.
you can't judge the characters by the first book.
Well, and I'm going to go on that one. You have to have character development and you have to have plot development. The first book of ACOTAR was extremely hard to get through. And then you get
100%.
slapped in the face with the second and third book and you're like, "Okay, I can continue reading." Then you get to the fourth book and you're like, "What is this garbage?" because it's the holiday special. And then you get to the last two books and you're like, "Why did they end it like this? I
Yes.
want more."
No, and I
So-
think it's funny because it's always funny watching people like start doing it on like start doing read throughs on like TikTok and I'm big on Bookstagram as well. And you'll get they read the first book and they're like, why does everyone hate Tamlin? Like, why does everybody hate him? And then they read the second book and they're like, oh, that's why. And you're like,
Okay.
see, you
This has
cannot.
been-
And it's the same with Lucian. I think Lucian gets such a bum rap in the first book because the guy is a
I love
sassy, funny, mischievous little bastard. And you love
but-
him in his
Oh,
entirety.
Ari,
but the
refresh
first
my
book,
memory.
No, but
Lucian's
Lucian
the Autumn Court.
Tamlin's
Yeah,
Courtman.
his buddy.
yeah, no, but
Yeah,
okay.
but he
first-
is from the
Right,
his
I-
father.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
he's from
sit
the
here
Autumn Court.
defending like my take based on the first book, but I get that from Lucian from the very start.
No, but
Like,
I think
He is fun, but
you get it in such a
might-
muted way.
yeah. So they might dial that up more in the books. But the issue I'm having with ACOTAR, and I know everyone has gone like, yes, okay, the first book isn't great. It just isn't. Is I don't have a drive to continue the series because I
Oh
can't.
my god, it's the Realm
with
Reborn
Feyre.
of fucking Akatar.
No, but I can't with Feyre because I'm like, this character is so bland, and I hate every part of her
No.
interactions with everyone.
Oh no, not my no.
But
We're gonna have a debate here. We're gonna have a debate
No,
here because
no,
I had to
but-
sit there
okay.
and go. You can't. She's actually in the first book. She is the one character who you can go. I 100% understand why you're acting the way that you're acting
Uh-huh.
because traumatized by her mother, right?
Yeah, sure.
Further traumatized
And-
by the fact she
and
then had
father.
to. She's the youngest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is she the youngest sibling? Yeah, she's
Yes,
the
she
youngest
is the
sibling.
youngest.
So, further traumatized by the fact that as the youngest sibling, she was tasked with
Hunting.
not just hunting and looking after, but
Taking
actually
care of
physically
her
taking
entire
care of her
family,
entire
yeah.
family.
Yes.
Neglected
then what-
entirely by her father, bullied by her sister, then
Yeah,
goes
sisters.
out. No, she wasn't so much. She wasn't so much
And she
bullied
also-
by Elaine
she also
because Elaine is just away in her own world 90% of the time, naive
okay.
to the point of annoying. But
But
Nesta- In the first book, was a bitch
Up until the very end.
up until the very end, but was a bitch, right? And we can
Sure.
admit that she was
I
a
think
bitch.
she it's through 90% of the books until her true colors showed in. Hold on, let me go to my book page.
What time are we planning on wrapping up this stream? Just a question.
Shortly.
Never.
I've got to finish this now.
Because the kids do need to go to bed.
I've sent them to
Never.
bed. They've been put to bed. They're just ignoring me.
Yeah, I think until like A Court of Frost and Starlight, I mean Nesta was, or maybe Wings of Ruin. Like Nesta was really like dark, and then she started to show a little bit of her like true colors.
No, I think
and
I
then
think you're right. I think Wings and Ruin,
also
she starts to
character
show
growth.
a little bit of having a personality other than Raging Bitch. Frost and
And then-
Starlight, you see more of that.
No, but
well,
in the-
she's still a raging bitch in Frost and Starlight because she's still.
I think we have to just give Nesta her dues. Raging Bitch is going to be always there.
Yeah.
And that's fair. But
So,
it doesn't,
don't-
it
Silver
doesn't
Flame
take
really came
over
out.
her entire personality as the books go on.
I don't remember if it's actually specified in book 1, but we get a semi-explanation as to why she is a raging fucking bitch in.
No, see, I somewhat disagree with the reasoning because, and I'm gonna, this is where I'm gonna fight you, because you're saying
Uh-huh.
that Feyre is dull. And considering all of the trauma that she was put through as a child through into her adulthood, and bear in mind she is still very young, like, she was never taught to read or write because they just deemed that not important for her. And you're like, wow.
I got a
So,
sound clip
show
for the
me-
two of you.
Like, show me the child in your family that you gave no shits about. Yeah, we'll send you off into the forest to go hunting for us. We're not going to do anything to help. Like, literally, in the beginning, she comes back after going up against a wolf that could have very well killed her. And the only thing she's asked them to do is to cut wood for the fire. There are 3 people in that house and no one's done it. And their whole thing is like, well, you're more suited to it. And you're like, you forced her into being more suited to it. Like,
Oh, Art, the debate between you two is the only thing I'm thinking of right now is this sound clip.
but the whole reason they give you, right, like in the beginning of it, that Nesta is the way that she is because she blames her father for her mother's death, which actually had nothing to do with him. She got ill, and it was as simple as, like, she got whatever version of the plague or COVID or whatever was going around, and she passed away. And for not doing his duty, but he did get his leg shattered. And he did
Violently
check
beaten.
out, 100%, will say he neglects all 3 of his children, and he fucking checks out. He is not a good father. But I still don't think any of that gives her reason to be a complete bitch to the one person in that family who is making any effort to do anything for them. Like, literally, the only reason they're alive is because of Feyre.
And the funny thing is, what other book could you relate this to?
Oh, so this is why I'm saying she's bland, because she is basically Katniss Everdeen.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Katniss Everdeen actually has no personality whatsoever.
And I'd argue that is true for, or rather, okay. So, so Feyre has a personality, but it is the most bland fucking personality, and that's fine.
I would
because
argue
everyone,
that I think Tamlin is blander than
he
Feyre
is
in
no,
the first
no,
book.
He is.
Oh, God.
That's not what
wait,
we're
wait, wait,
arguing.
wait, wait, wait,
Tamlin
wait,
is
wait,
so
wait.
bland.
Tamlin is worse. Yes, he is worse. I got through
Tamlin
that
is
book.
a soggy biscuit.
Absolutely, it's a wet
No,
paper bag.
I got through that book because of not Tamlin, not Feyre, but everything around it.
Lucian and the Suriel get you through the first book.
And
yes.
and Mr. Batwing dude, who I can't remember the name
Rhysand.
of. Yeah,
Rhysand.
Rhysand. Yeah.
Oh, the
Um,
boy. Oh, the boy.
Yeah. So, like that got me through. And again, I am certain it'll get much better in book
Oh, it
2
does.
through 6. But I don't have the drive for it right now. And to be frank, fuck Akotar.
Fourth wing.
Yes.
Also, actually, I need to bring something up because you said it earlier. Why did we not recommend Fourth Wing to you before Akatar? I fucking did. I did. The first one I recommended to you was Fourth Wing. There is a whole channel for Fourth Wing. I literally said, you have to read this. And then we started talking about getting Sai to read Akatar on stream. And that made the, you need to read them But Fourth Wing was the first one I recommended to you.
Okay.
Have you guys been
100%.
through Throne of
Ari,
Glass?
I've not read
I
Throne of Glass
yield.
yet. It is on my list for this year. I did
See, my
ACOTAR,
friends-
then tried to read Crescent City, realised that was horrifically difficult to read, gave up.
Crescent
read
City is
ACOTAR,
confusing.
Read ACOTAR 15 more times, and then...
So Throne of Glass is actually supposed to be written, read, thank you, before ACOTAR.
Oh yeah, I know, some people have said that, but I'm like, it's too
Yes,
fucking late now.
Yeah, I'm currently in Empire of Storms, which technically, if you do not consider Assassin's Blade a book because it's 0.5, which I've heard different stories that you should read it in between book 3 and 4. I have not read it yet. I am currently on Empire of Storms, which technically, according to the book people in my group, you should be reading Tower of Dawn and Empires of Storm side by side.
Oh yeah, no,
So
I
you
could
read
never...
3 to 5 chapters, 3 to 5 chapters.
I could never get on with the tandem reading thing, because I saw
Neither can
someone posted a list of like how you're supposed to read the entire of like Sarah J. Maas's. You just go and sit down. You can't put that cable in your phone because it's not for your phone, you donut. It's not even plugged in either, so you're just trying to plug in air. Just go.
Which one is that?
Violet.
Right.
Oh god.
Oh, is she not in her bed again?
She's just being a pain.
Why is she not gone to her bed?
She will be going up shortly. I've got to put the case on the bed again.
Right.
Yeah, no, somebody posted a list of like all the tandem reading order you're supposed to do for her entire like bibliography, and the idea to me of being like, okay, I'm going to start this book, read 4 chapters, close it, put it down, pick up another book, read 2 chapters, close it, put it down, then and I was just like, oh my god, I'd give up.
Yeah, see,
It's just
I'm a
drive me
professional truck
insane.
driver, so trying to change back through books is impossible because
Are you doing it as audiobooks?
I do local runs.
Mm.
So yeah, I listen to all mine via audio because it's just convenient for me. I have hours at a time where I'm behind wheel, and it's like,
No, that
okay,
that
I
makes
can get
sense.
through about 2 chapters before I have to stop. I'm not going back and forth. Crescent City, though, the first book was an incredibly difficult read or listen. House of Sky and Breath, a lot easier, and then House of Flame and Shadow put the cherry on the cake for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do TOG and do that series, and then I'm gonna go back to Crescent City again and just go. I know the first one's gonna be hard, but you can do it. Get through it.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
No, my brain just
Oh,
died.
okay.
Sorry.
I was like, uh-oh, did Discord disconnect like it was doing
No.
yesterday?
No, it's just me.
We had so many problems last night during our stream where Discord just went, no, I'm not going to work. We're just going to restart everybody.
Either way, we should be wrapping up.
Yes, we are. We're gonna call it tonight. So I'm gonna be Queen of the Pings again this week. So I apologize in advance. I love you all, and I really don't mean to be this annoying. So there will be a couple more pings just to let you know. Obviously, Thursday. Going back, yes, Thursday, 10 o'clock my time, which is in half an hour. So to have a rough idea of what time it'll be for you guys, is when the poll finishes for the quiz time. So get your votes in. That's in the announcements channel. That will be next Saturday. So
On the 11th.
on the 11th.
Why do I
Yes.
not see?
I
Roll up
will.
in the announcement.
Yeah, if you there's a poll. There's 2 polls in announcements at the moment. One is the what do you guys want to be called, which is surprisingly Book Dragons is in the lead. Guys, we've given you some beauties there. Come on.
If Pigeons doesn't win, I'm reviewing.
I've lost my. And then above that one, you have the what time do you want to start quizzing. The times on that are for your time zone. So you will see them exactly what time it would start for you guys. I'm so happy that that works with the reactives. So, yeah. Make sure you get your votes in on that, because that will close on Thursday, 9th of January at, like I said, 10 p.m. my time, which is in 35 minutes. And we will also announce probably tomorrow what next Sunday's book club chat will be. And I will be back to my terrible Gaming with the Trash Panda streams next week. Yay! Because I know
we
you've
figured out
missed
what we're
it.
playing.
No.
Why am I not seeing the book chat?
What I will do is I will do this, because I can. Layer. Oh, bloody.
I thought I had the right role.
You must do, because you couldn't have been in the VC if you didn't have the role.
Yes, he could have, because this
Oh, no, I can't. Yeah, no.
one is an event.
Oh, magic. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the role. But I have special powers, so I can add the role. Put too many O's there. There you go. Now you
Sorcery
have
is
the role.
this?
I
Added
had it
magic.
signed up at one point.
You did. Might have been when I moved
That's
things.
weird.
Maybe it might have knocked it off for a couple of people.
No, there was that problem in the server where it was adding and removing people's roles randomly.
That is true. Yes, you may
I
have
think
been,
that's what it
may
did.
have fell prey to the. But yes, you should see all the channels now.
Yeah, I got them. Thank you.
So yeah, book club announcements. If you go back a bit, is a bit of reading. I'm sorry, I'm wordy. I do apologize. I'm not very good at a summary,
That's why.
as we learned last week by Mike. To summarize, everything's shit. We have our new book of the month format, so really looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with for that. We have our quiz, starting with the general knowledge, next Saturday. Exciting. Make sure you vote for your times. Obviously, make sure you vote for what you want to be called. I want to see what you guys come up with.
Nope.
Who did we lose? What did we lose?
No.
No, Sai's there. You're there. I'm there. Everybody's here.
We had a lurker for a bit.
A lurker.
Yes.
Good gracious. Don't know how I feel about it. I'm joking. Lurk away. We love you all. It's fine. Oh, it was geek. Right. Yes. What else? Things that needed mentioned.
Stuff and things. Stuff and things.
Mhm.
Stuff and things and stuff.
Yeah, we have the new prompt. Feel free to add some if you find any books that fit the criteria for the prompt. Feel free to put them in the
Yes, that was
post
it.
to share for others too.
Yes, Goodreads. For those of you that use Goodreads. Oh, thank you for the follow, Geek. Sorry for missing that you were lurking. Goodreads. We have a book club on Goodreads. It's going to get an overhaul because I did the ADHD thing of I made it and the book club was very small back then, so it didn't really get a lot of traction. And then I did 50,000 other things and completely forgot it existed until recently. So I'm going to fix that and we're going to bring back Goodreads. So there'll be stuff going on there, but also it means that the books you're reading are going to be more visible to everyone else who joins, so people get access to bigger lists to add to their never gonna ends. Because why not? Who doesn't love having more things that you tell yourself you're gonna read and will never read? I will post the link this week when I've overhauled it. So we will get there. So, Thursday. Well, no, tomorrow you will get next week's book chat announcement. Then Thursday, poll for quiz closes, and we have Terrible Gaming with the Trash Panda. This is myself, so you get to see me play terribly at some games. Saturday is the first quiz of the year and the month, the year. And then Sunday we will be back with book club.
Do we get
Exciting
homework?
stuff. I will post that tomorrow because
It
we
should
don't
be
know what
related
next
to what
week's.
we want to talk about.
Yes, we don't know what next
Let's
week's
double
thing is yet, and obviously our darling Emberleaf has given me so many things to choose from. I've now got to go and have the fun of working out which one I want to do first. So,
Just on a side note, before we close out for the day,
Mhm.
did you guys see that they released the prologue, chapter 1, and part of chapter 2 for Fourth Wing?
You mean
for
Onyx?
Onyx Storm,
Yes.
I didn't see that. I know she's been releasing little snippets of things. Like there was a snippet involving bloody Nora Jack Barlow, that she did just before the new year, I think.
Mhm.
But yes, I will have to go and have a look at that. That pen doesn't work, by the way, Charles.
Let me grab it for you, and I'll DM it to you.
Well, there is a chat that is. If you've not read the books, it is a bit of a spoiler zone, so obviously don't go in there if you have not read the books and you don't want spoilers. But there is the Empyrean series chat. It's under book recommendations,
I see it.
so you're welcome to post it in there.
It was translated from obviously non-English, so there's some breakups because one of their publishers released those 3 chapters.
Emberleaf, don't be sorry, because we love what you've done, and we are very excited for our year of book chats. Oh, and merch. You will have merchy things next week.
Oh, where is it?
And we have a really exciting month. I'm really excited for this month. There are so many things going on. We've got our special Onyx Storm stream that I'm really excited for. I'm gonna try my hand at being techie and figuring out some more streamy stuff so that there's more fun things to do. There's gonna be some sorry, my teenager just interrupted me with a note and my brain died.
Quizzes. There's going to be quizzes and other events.
There's gonna be quizzes. There's gonna be some Twitch only stuff. So for you guys over here, my followers and my subs, you're gonna see some maybe exciting things just for you. Ember has mentioned it, and it was something that was already on my list. Bookstagram. We're gonna get some other socials going. Get you guys interacting with us on other social media too. And yeah, lots and lots of fun things. In fact, I think this whole year is going to be a good fun one for book club.
Yeah.
That we're going to do some amazing things. So, on that, we will speak to you guys tomorrow. Obviously, again, for those of you who are not members of PA, if you want to come and join in all the fun and all the extra things that you've heard about tonight, or just want to come and join in the chat and the cozy chaos, you can do so if it works, which it's probably not going to. Nope. Bastard.
At discord.gg/parental.
It's okay, Jay Honey.
I did it.
Congratulations.
Success.
Yay.
Hi, Jay Honey. It's absolutely okay that you've missed the stream. It's not a problem at all. You know where to find us. And we will see you guys next week.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.